welcome to today's episode of the Squad Podcast. Thank you so much for joining me. It's your girl, your coach, Coach Tocha Moore, and I am excited to have y'all here with me. Y'all do me a favor before we get started. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, hit a like, give a review if you've been following us for a little while. If you're new here, welcome to the squad. Hey girl, hey. We're happy to have you. Y'all, we start like we always do. Where are we with our goals? Did we reach what we wanted to last week? If we did, we're going to give ourselves a hug. Ooh, love on you because you did what you said. And if we didn't, that's okay. We're going to clap it up and we're going to let it go, right? We give one clap, swipe clean. Today's a day and it's a new slate for you. Y'all, I'm excited about today's episode. I'm going to be diving deep into 5 practical things that I've done to shift and change my mindset. Because if you're anything like me, mindset matters. If I am not on top of my game as far as my mindset, everything else is thrown off. I don't know if you can, I raise both my hands on that. And so that's me. So I want to give you guys some practical things that I do that aren't the typical things that are done. I like to think a little outside of the box. And so I had to evaluate things that I was doing and things that I could shift and change so that ultimately my life was better. So we're going to dive into it. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about is I was a master of time management. That's all I heard when I got into the industry that I was in, coaching and real estate, managing your time, managing your time, managing your time. And so for me, it was not just about managing my time, but learning, okay, what am I doing well and what do I need to work on as far as time management? My calendar, anybody who's seen it knows that my calendar is color coordinated according to where I am and whose obligation it is. Like my children are one color. Each one of them have a different color. My husband has a color. I have a color. All of the things. So that's how I navigate my life. And so asking myself, okay, yeah, time management, girl, you got that on good. What does that look like? But I learned something that was like, okay, what is this? I began taking an audit of my emotional energy. My energy throughout the day. Because y'all, time management is awesome, but energy is important. Like, what are the things during my day that give me energy? I feel like, okay, let's go get it. And then what are the things in my day that I'm like, I'd rather not? For me, I check my emails afternoon. I don't check my emails first thing in the morning. I did. Y'all, it had my head like, oh my gosh, in the beginning of the day. If I started with, let me check my emails and respond, y'all, that's when I'm in real estate as well. That's when I find out deals are not going to go to the closing table, that somebody needs a piece of paper that a document that I've already sent 5 times, right? And so for me, checking emails first thing in the morning was definitely something that drained my energy. And so I had to look at that and evaluate like, oh, okay, maybe checking emails in the morning is not a thing. Right? For me, in my personal life and in my business. So evaluating the things during your day that give you energy and the things that take away from the energy. So for me, I start my day with affirmations, reading my Bible, all the things that energizes your girl. And then the next thing I do is I do some form of exercise. Now, I used to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I still get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, but I would get up earlier than 5 o'clock so I could be to the gym by 5. So that meant your girl had to get up at 4. Okay? And I realized that is depleting for me. I want to get my workout in, but for me, starting with my affirmations, doing all that, getting my daughters to school, and then getting a workout in, I don't feel so depleted or my energy's already drained before I even get started with having to be at the gym at 5 o'clock in the morning. So now in my day, after I drop my daughters off at school, it's like, all right, come on, we're going for a walk. That energizes me. Then after my walk is when I get started in my day. Like, what are the things that I need to do in my day? Y'all, it was a game changer for me, 100%. And so I started tracking for about a week my energy levels and what are the things that made me excited in my day and what are the things that were depleting. So I check my emails before I go to lunch. Why? Because food energizes your girl, okay? I don't know about you, but food is like, yes, let's eat, let's go. And then after that, I have about a 30-minute kind of break to do whatever. And then I pick my daughters up. And that definitely energizes my day, hearing about their day, depending, teenage drama. Sometimes it's depleting, but for the most part, I'm happy to see them. I'm happy that they are, going home and doing all the things and get to do the activities that they love. So for me, I check my emails before I go get my daughters. And that gives me time to, so one, what are we going to do? We're going to do an energy audit. Like, what does my day look like? What are the things that drain my energy? And where can I move them so that the activity that I do after them gives me energy again? Okay? The second thing that I want to talk to you about, y'all, recognize emotional vampires. Hello and amen. Y'all, in the movies, vampires suck the life out of you. They drink your blood and you're dead, right? So in our life, what are the things that are draining us? Evaluate those emotional vampires, and no, you can't come up over here and take all that I have, right? You cannot drink my blood. We don't believe in that, but I'm just saying, in the movies, that's what happens in the movies. So I began asking myself, what are the things that drain me? What are the people, right? What leaves me feeling like, oh, I don't have anything else to give. And so, y'all know who they are. Even after a little short interaction, you're on the phone, you get that phone call, and after you hang up, you're like, I need a nap. Are you with me today? Who are they? What is it? And how did you remove it from your life? It's important. The things that suck the life out of you, don't leave room for anything else. They're killing you softly, as my girl Lauren Hill would say, right? We don't want that. So what does that look like? What is it? And how do you get rid of it? What do you need to do so that you're not, even if it's negative self-talk, y'all, that's emotionally draining for real. Like, are you talking to yourself in a negative way and that drains you, that depletes you, right? Is it social media? Y'all, scrolling can sometimes make you get in your head about things. Turn it off. When I'm working, my notifications are off. So I don't even get a pop-up. Whatever my friends have going on, I will see after I'm doing what I need to get done. Okay? If it's social media, delete the apps. I know everybody think, I have a cousin who is very well known. No social media at all. Zero, zilch. If you want to talk to him, you better have his number. Because if not, you ain't getting through. He has no social media at all. None. So to trick yourself into believing that you have to have it, not true. If it's draining you, get off of it. Even if it's just temporary and you want to come back. Get your mindset right so you can come back and visit it with a fresh perspective about it. All right? The third thing, ask yourself, y'all, does this expand who I am, make me better, grow me, mature me, or does it deplete me? If it depletes you, let it go. Okay? All right. So that's all we're going to talk about as far as auditing yourself. The second arsenal tool that we have is asking yourself, it's not asking, it's making yourself uncomfortable strategically. What you talk about, Tasha? Making yourself a little bit uncomfortable strategically. When you walk into a room and you're at an event or you're in an office meeting, there's this couple of seconds where it's a little awkward, right? Maybe you're the new person in the office, or you just got a new position, or maybe you're just starting a new job, or maybe you've had to move for your family. There's a little bit of awkwardness when you're walking your kids into school for the first time, or you're meeting a group of women for the first time. It's awkward, right? You're kind of like, oh, who do I speak to? Who are the cool people in the room? Just kidding. But it's a little awkward. Strategic awkward looks like this. I walk into an event, I see some people that I know, I'm like, hey, how are you? Hey girl, hey, all the things. And I go sit at a table with no one that I know. Why would you do that? Because this is what I tell my daughters, what if one moment of uncomfortable led you to a lifetime friendship or relationship? Being uncomfortable for 1 second. I've gotten away from it, and I thought about it when I was thinking about what I was going to talk about on this episode. I'm like, you know what? I need to get back to it. I would go into events and sit at tables with people that I didn't know. Why? Because it was opportunity for me to get to know women that were not in my world yet. I could go sit with my friends. I already know them. We already have a relationship. What does it look like for me to sit at a table with people that I don't know? It looks like growth. Hello. It looks like growth. So when I talk about being strategically uncomfortable, go eat lunch by yourself. Go eat a meal by yourself. Y'all, that was the one thing I said I would never do. I will never sit at a table in a restaurant by myself. I'll get it to go first. and eat it in the car. Y'all, I've realized through this thing called life, like, it's okay for you to have a meal by yourself. That don't make you weird. It's growth. And now I will go and sit and eat and all the things alone. So when I talk about strategic uncomfortable, it's making yourself uncomfortable for a second to see what happens on the other side of that. All right? Drive a different route. I go the same way every time. Take a different route wherever you're going, right? Eat at a restaurant by yourself. Saying yes to an opportunity is exactly that. It's an opportunity. What you do with it is up to you. All right, so what's the third thing? Y'all, we have to detach from the outcome. Stop chasing the results and focus on being obedient. Start chasing that. Chase obedience. What is it that God is asking you to do in this season? What's the next yes that you need to give from where you are to get where you need to be? And don't be attached to the outcome. Doesn't matter what happens. The fact that you were obedient is the important part, right? Your job. Is obedience, y'all. It's not outcome. We always focus on the results, the results, the results. Trust that God is taking you exactly where He needs you to be, and He's in control of that. Okay? Trust that. Detach from perfect timing. Is that really a thing? Yeah, maybe, probably not. We're always looking for, oh, it's not the right time. Well, when He's giving you something, here's how I gauge it. I pray about it. God, you're going to show me when that moment is, and then I move on. I'm not getting in my head about it. Because when we do that, it may be the right moment when He wants me to do it, but I've gotten in my head, so I won't even move because I'm in my head about it. Y'all hear me on today? Remember, one of the things that I had to remember is that purpose is a moving target, y'all. It's here, it's there, it's all over the place. You're never going to know completely and totally where you're supposed to be until you start walking towards something. The fourth thing, make peace with being misunderstood. Hello, somebody on today. Y'all, if everyone gets you, if everyone understands you, you're probably not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Y'all, I have been so misunderstood in this thing called life, and I've learned to be okay with that. The people that know me know my heart. They know where I come from. They know where I'm talking about, and the people that know me know that my intentions are always to do what's best for myself and those around me. And so I've learned that I had to stop living for approval and live for my assignment. Are you living for approval or assignment? Because they're different. And if you're waiting on people's approval, chances are you won't move forward because you're waiting on them to give you a yes. Stop. Cut it out. Move forward. Because there's someone that's waiting on what you have. And the more we sit and wait on everyone else to say, yes, girl, you got it, we won't have it because we won't move from where we are. So that's a thing. All right? Y'all, silence is a response. I told someone the other day, learn that silence is okay. It's okay for you to be quiet. It's okay for you to not let people know what you're doing. It's okay for you to not feel like you got to move because somebody other than whoever in your life is speaking life into you is saying that you need to. You can be silent. You don't got to tell people what's going on with you. It's okay. Not everyone is assigned to your journey. Leave those that aren't where they are and get busy. Get going. All right, fifth thing that I want to share with you. Create before you consume, y'all. I told you that I start my day with affirmations, with prayer, with quiet time. We have so many things that we have to consume in a day. Create before you consume. What does that look like for you? Creating quiet time, creating a space for you to just clear your mind before you bog it down with all the things that you're going to have to bog it down with during the day. So creating before you consume is so important. What does that look like for you? I do affirmations. I read my Bible. I pray. What does that look? Maybe yoga. Whatever you do, create before you consume. I would wake up and go straight to my phone, that light on, and just the scrolling. I had to stop, y'all. My brain is full before it even gets the opportunity to start for the day, right? So create before you consume. What does that look like? Replace scrolling with stillness. It's okay to be still. It's okay to sit in silence, y'all, right? A morning of creation versus a morning of consumption. Hello, are y'all with me on today? Create before you consume. So when we talk about what we can do to make sure that we are becoming the best version of ourselves, y'all, I just told you, audit your emotional energy. That's the first thing. Disrupt your comfort zone strategically. Y'all, detach yourself from the outcome. Make peace being misunderstood and create before you consume. Understand, y'all, One of the things that I wanted to share with y'all before we end today. Understand that wrong turns are okay. It is okay for you to go down the wrong path. That is how you grow. That is how you mature. That is how you become the best version of yourself. Y'all, I can't tell you how many times I've been driving and been like, okay, wait a minute. I'm going the wrong way. I need to make a U-turn. You can start over. It's okay for you to start over. So y'all, what are we doing? We are starting today. We're going to manage our energy. We're going to look at where we are starting our week and ending our week. What are the things that drained us? We're going to let them go, right? We're going to disrupt ourselves and get a little uncomfortable. We don't like it. It's necessary. After we get uncomfortable, y'all, we're going to detach from the outcome. Stop worrying about what the end is going to be. Get on the first step and start walking. Y'all, I have no idea what it's going to look like at the top of the staircase, but what I can promise you is taking the steps. It's going to be a beautiful journey for you. And y'all, make peace with being misunderstood. It's okay if people don't understand who you are. And then we're going to create before we consume. I hope the 5 tools that I have used to change my life resonate with you today. Squad, my expectation is for each and every one of you is to walk in the purpose that God has for you, because your purpose connects to someone else. They cannot walk in theirs until you're walking in yours. As always, we are fighting for the best version of ourselves. It's your girl, your coach, Coach Tocha Moore. Thank y'all so much for tuning in today. I will see y'all next week. Next week, y'all, we have an amazing guest coming on. And please don't miss it. Y'all have an amazing day. I'll see y'all later. Bye.